Hello and welcome to this live stream um, of on A to Z by Local Bus. Again, this is the Family Fun Quiz. Also have the usual guests. Well, at least I have no as a guest. So I'll just bring on Brendan. Hello, Brendan.
Hi.
Okay. So you got
Yeah,
your questions ready?
I
Yeah.
do, yes.
Um, so I'm just going to try and home.
A slight, a slight it's a slightly different format this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
In, in that there'll be multiple choices,
Yeah. Yeah.
questions.
Also, as usual, just wait around before we start the quiz. See if we get people in.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just going to go to Skype now. And hopefully we'll get someone. Also, I should say, I didn't manage to get 3 rounds of questions done this week. So I only managed to get 2. So there'll be 20 questions.
I think it'll probably take a little bit longer to read the questions out anyway, because you have to read out the options,
Yeah.
the choices.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, it seems to be going up. Actually, just want to check some stream key. Okay, so also I should add, I've done one of my questions. There's going to be a bonus point hidden in it, but I won't tell you which question.
Okay. That sounds difficult.
Yeah. Well, you just have to listen carefully. If you think you know it, then you can hop on and get that bonus point. Also, the question's written in such a way so you won't know that there's a bonus point in it.
I see, but
Yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
kind of a sneaky thing, I think. Having a bit of fun.
A bit sneaky,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
suppose. I didn't think of anything like
yeah.
that. Oh, okay. I think I have an idea of how yeah, how your bonus thing might work, but I'll have to wait and
Yeah,
see. I don't want to reveal what I think it is.
yeah. Actually, I see a lot of buses nowadays are going electric. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think there's some of London buses. There'll be some electric ones coming next year.
Okay, and did I have the range that the old buses had? Do you know,
Yeah, I
or
think so. I think they have now. Also, they
okay.
probably have a charging point at the towns for a quick top up.
But they probably have to wait a little while to charge them up
Um,
each
well,
time.
there's one already, and it seems very quick actually. Within the
Okay.
time.
There are some with uh the electric cars they have. They're very quick. Some of them are very quick at charging.
Yeah.
Like there's certain charging points which are very quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think like usually the driver gets a break at the towns, so in that time, lots of time, they probably can charge up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are these like they're not the double decker buses, are they?
Actually, some will be.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was reading on someone's blog and that. Can't remember who exactly it was. Yesterday.
It'll probably take a while for electric buses to reach Dublin
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Ireland.
Well, no, diesel.
They don't tend to.
Oh, it's just OBS is. It was disconnected there for a second. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, got these 3 viewers. I'm just going to give it about 2 more minutes, and then we can dive into the quiz and that. Unless I see someone else come in. If the numbers change. Well, actually, at the moment, it's bouncing around the place here. Actually, hang on, I'm going to try and do something quick. Oh, we are using the upstairs Wi-Fi. And that, so actually, that OBS usually just jump in size.
Oh,
Screen.
you mean my Oh
Yeah.
it looks like it did. Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Well, yeah.
Just doing something else. It looks like it's not
Yeah,
sent.
so
Oh,
I
now it's
forgot. I
entered,
did
yeah.
look up some things, but I forgot to try and set it in.
Right.
And that.
I wonder, is it because it's low resolution or something like that? That you're scaling it beyond its resolution or something. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Now, apparently this has been going, well, back to 2 years. Some people had the same problem. And they also apparently found a solution, but haven't implemented that either. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we'll start up the quiz. Let's get the music.
Sure.
Also, just to remind people, no typing answers in chat, or else they will get blocked. And make sure you have pen and paper ready, or wherever you're going to write down your answers. As I said, as long as it's not in chat. So, first round is computer games. Question 1. What is the name of the update for Minecraft that's due in summer 2021? Is it A, Cliff Diving Update, B, Dangerous Cave Update, C, Cliffs and Caves Update, or D, Real Mining Update? So, question 1. What is the name of the update for Minecraft that is due in summer 2021? Is it A, Cliff Diving Update, B, Dangerous Cave Update, C, Caves and Cliffs Update, D, Real Mining Update? And it was announced as on the mod live this year, well, a few weeks ago. So, question 2. What 80s arcade game has the player delivering papers while riding a bike? Is it A, Paper Child, B. Paperboy, C. Newsround, D. Paper deliveries. So what 80s arcade game has the player delivering papers while riding a bike? Is it A. Paper Child, B. Paperboy, C. Newsround, D. Paper deliveries? And I apologise for those watching on the stream if it's lagging that or kind of getting a bit of problem, like on the stream, kind of freezing that. I just noticed it seems to be doing a lot as I'm going through these. Yeah, and it's gone again. So, question 3. What karting game series has launched a version that allows the player to build racetracks in their own home and drive a remote control car while looking at the screen? Is it A. Crash Bandicoot Team Racing, B. Mario Kart, C. Team Sonic Racing, D. Nickelodeon Kart Races? So, question 3. What karting game series has launched a version that allows the player to build racetracks in their own home and drive a remote controlled car while looking at the screen? Is it A. Crash Bandicoot Team Racing, B. Mario Kart, C. Team Sonic Racing, D. Nickelodeon Kart Races? Also, just another thing before I go to question 4. If anyone notices an echo, can you just type in chat and also saying who, if it's both of us, or if it's just maybe Brendan, or is it just myself? Let me know so I can try and sort it as well as we go
By
on.
the way, my picture seems to be changing size again.
Yeah, since the beginnings automatically in OBS Studio.
Okay.
Hopefully between the next live stream and this one, I can get in and get it sorted.
Okay.
So that's the solution. So moving on to question 4. Which quiz show never had a game version on the Commodore 64 computer? Is it A. Going for Gold, B. BBC Mastermind, C. Blockbusters, D. A Question of Sport? So question 4 again is, which quiz show never had a game version on the Commodore 64 computer? Is it A. Going for Gold, B. BBC Mastermind, C. Blockbusters, D. A Question of Sport? Okay, so moving on to question 5. What game sounds like it was last for 2 weeks? Is it A. Pikmin, B. Elite, C. Sigfrak, that's ZIGFRAK, or D. Fortnite? So question 5. Which game sounds like it will last for 2 weeks? Is it A. Pikmin, B. Elite, C. Sigfrak, or D. Fortnite?
Okay.
Are there?
You ready?
Yep. So question 6, I think.
So question 6 is, which animated TV show started as short segments on the Tracy Ullman Show? Is it A. Futurama, B. The Simpsons, C. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or D. Samurai Jack?
Also, this round is on TV shows, is it?
TV shows, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just you didn't announce that before.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I forgot the timer.
Well, it's okay. I have an idea. I'm sorry, I have to repeat that one anyway.
Yeah.
Question 6. Which animated TV show started as short segments of the Tracy Ullman Show? Is it Futurama? Is it The Simpsons? Is it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Or is it Samurai Jack? Okay. I'll wait a few seconds and then I'll go on.
Well, question 7. If
Alright, question 7. In Avatar The Last Airbender, what throwing weapon does Sokka use? Is it A. Boomerang, B. Shuriken, C. Throwing light knife, or D. Bolas? In Avatar The Last Airbender, what weapon does Sokka use? Is it A. Boomerang, C. Shuriken, B. Shuriken, C. Throwing knife, D. Bolas? Okay.
Yeah.
Question 8. Which of these is not a Lego TV show? Is it A. Ninjago or Ninjago or however you pronounce it? Is it B. Lego City Adventures? Is it C. Unikitty? Or is it D. Lego Medieval Adventures? So which of these is not a Lego TV show? Is it A. Ninjago, B. Lego City Adventures, C. Unikitty, D. Lego Medieval Adventures? Okay.
Yeah. Question 9.
Question 9. Fraggle Rock On is a recent show broadcast on Apple TV Plus, which features puppets socially distancing. Which puppeteer created the original Fraggle Rock? Is it A. Jerry Nelson, B. Karen Prell, C. Jim Henson, or D. Kermit Love? So Fraggle Rock On is a recent show broadcast on Apple TV Plus, which features puppets socially distancing. Which puppeteer created the original Fraggle Rock? Is it A. Jerry Nelson, B. Karen Prell, C. Jim Henson, or D. Kermit Love?
So, question 10 when you're ready.
Question 10. Which animation technique was used in the film The Nightmare Before Christmas and the TV shows Postman Pat, Bob the Builder, and the Wombos? Is it A. Rostrum camera? Is it B. Cell shading? Is it B. Cell shading? Is it C. Paint on glass animation? Or is it D. Stop motion? So, question 10. Which animation technique was used in the film The Nightmare Before Christmas and the TV shows Postman Pat, Bob the Builder, and the Wombles? Is it A. Rostrum camera, B. Cell shading, C. Paint on glass animation, or D. Stop motion?
Okay, so the next round is geography.
Hmm.
So, question 11. What river flows through London? Is it A, the Severn, B, the Fife, C, Lee, D, the Thames? So, which river flows through London? Is it A, Severn, B, Fife, C, Lee, or D, the Thames? Okay, question 12. There are two rivers in Ireland with the same name. What is the name of these two rivers? Is it A, Blackwater, B, Lee, C, Liffey, D, Shan? So there are two rivers in Ireland with the same name. What is the name of these two rivers? Is it A, Blackwater, B, Lee, C, Liffey, or D, Shan? And I just noticed a slight mistake in the question. It must be autocorrect when I was typing Microsoft Word, because it said, instead of two, it said town rivers.
Right.
I just spotted that now. Okay. So question 13. What is the name of the group of islands just south of Toronto on Lake Ontario? Is it A, Ontario Islands, B, Thousand Islands, C, Toronto Islands, or D, Niagara Islands? So question 13. What is the name of the group of islands just south of Toronto on Lake Ontario? Is it A, Ontario Islands, B, Thousand Islands, C, Toronto Islands, D, Niagara Islands? And just let people know that's Toronto in Canada, just in case it's Toronto anywhere else.
I don't think there
Yeah,
is.
not that, no.
I'm wrong.
Yeah. So question 14. Which of the following food items is named after a place that is furthest north? Is it A, Confetti God cakes, B, Dundee cake, C, Eccles cakes, D, Snowdon pudding? So which of the following food items is named after a place that is furthest north? Is it A, Confetti God cakes, B, Dundee cake, C, Eccles cake, D, Snowdon pudding? So on that question 14, I went for something a bit more interesting than that. So question 15, I'm coming home. Which province in Ireland has the smallest number of counties in it? Is it A, Leinster, B, Ulster, C, Connacht, or D, Munster? So question 15. Which province in Ireland has the smallest number of counties in it? Is it A, Leicester, B, Ulster, C, Connacht, or D, Munster? Okay, so next round.
So the next round is general knowledge. So question 16. Which of these is not a real paradox? Is it A. Barber paradox, B. Grocer's paradox, C. Archer's paradox, or D. Inventor's paradox? Which of these is not a real paradox? Is it A. Barber paradox, B. Grocer's paradox, C. Archer's paradox, or D. Inventor's paradox? Question 17.
Hold on a sec.
Oh, you're still talking.
Yeah, question 17.
In January 2021, Joe Biden will become the 46th President of the United States. In fact, only 45 people will have been president. Which president has been counted twice? Is it A. Grover Cleveland? Is it B. James Garfield? Is it C. Franklin D. Roosevelt? Or is it D. Herbert Hoover? So, January 2021, Joe Biden will become the 46th President of the United States, but only 45 people will have been president. Which president has been counted twice? Is it A. Grover Cleveland, B. James Garfield, C. Franklin D. Roosevelt, or D. Herbert Hoover?
Question 18.
18. Which of these is not a house's animal in the Harry Potter books? Is it A. Lion, B. Serpent, C. Badger, or D. Raven? Which of these is not a house's animal in the Harry Potter books? Is it A. Lion, B. Serpent, C. Badger, or D. Raven?
That was question 18, was it?
It
Yeah,
was, yes.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss one. Question 19.
So question 19. Which Irish castle is home to the Earls of Ross, that's spelled R-O-S-S-E, and housed the telescope that was the world's largest from 1845 to 1917? Is it A. Birr Castle, B. Slane Castle, C. Armagh Castle, or D. Bunratty Castle?
Destiny, what on to?
So question 19, which Irish castle is home to the Earls of Ross and housed a telescope that was the world's largest from 1845 to 1917? Is it A. Birr Castle, B. Slane Castle, C. Armagh Castle, or D. Bunratty Castle? So, question 20 then.
Can you hear me, Ben?
Which UN recognized country has the only national flag that is
So
not
just
a
give me a
rectangle?
sec here if anyone.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
D. Uzbekistan, or D. Nepal?
So one of my Pokemons is just disconnected. This thing stopped. So are you booting?
So which UN recognized country has the only national flag that's not a rectangle? Is it A, Georgia, B, Monaco, C, Uzbekistan, or D, Nepal?
So that's question 20. Yes, I
Yeah.
had to disconnect. Voice Meet Banana, so I wasn't able to hear anything.
Oh, do you want me to reread
Yeah.
it? Did you get question 19?
Yeah. On the first reading,
Okay.
but I have the answer for that.
Question 20. Which UN recognized country has the only national flag that's not a rectangle? Is it A, Georgia, B, Monaco, C, Uzbekistan, or D, Nepal?
So I start the timer from here.
Well,
Yeah.
We're still a bit early. Maybe, I don't know, did anybody come in late? Did they
Actually, good
to
point.
read the questions? Or
Yeah, I can see, like, just once the time's out, we do a quick retreat. Okay, so round one, question one was, what is the name of the update for Minecraft that's due in summer 2021? Is it A, Cliffing Update, B, Danger, C, Caves and Update, or D, Real Mining Update?
your voice wasn't great for that last bit there.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
yeah, you want me to go back through again? So question one.
I don't know, maybe it was fine for the stream.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. In fact, if anyone wants me to repeat it, just type in chat. On that. Question 2. What 80s arcade game has the player delivering papers while riding a bike? Is it A, Paper Child, B, Paper Boy, C, News Round, or D, Paper Deliveries? Then question 3. What karting game series has launched a version that allows the player to build racetracks in their own home and drive a remote control car while looking at the screen? Is it A, Crash Bandicoot Team Racing, B, Mario Kart, C, Team Sonic Racing, or D, Nickelodeon Kart Races? And then question 4. Which quiz show never had a game version on the Commodore 64 computer? Is it A, Going for Gold, B, BBC Mastermind, C, Blockbusters, D, A Question of Sport? Question 5. What game sounds like it will last for 2 weeks? Is it A, Pikmin, B, Elite, C, Zigfrak, that's F-A-R-A-K, or D, Fortnite? And then
Then we're going back to me.
question 6.
Question 6. Which animated TV show started as short segments on the Tracy Ullman Show? Is it A, Futurama, B, The Simpsons, C, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or D, Samurai Jack? Question 7. In Avatar The Last Airbender, what throwing weapon does Sokka use? Is it A, boomerang, B, shuriken, C, throwing knife, D, bolas? Question 8. Which of these is not a LEGO TV show? Is it A, Ninjago? Is it B, LEGO City Adventures? Is it C, Unikitty? Or is it D, LEGO Medieval Adventures? Question 9. Fraggle Rock Rock On is a recent show broadcast by Apple TV Plus. which features puppets socially distancing. Which puppeteer created the original Fraggle Rock? Is it A. Jerry Nelson, B. Karen Prell, C. Jim Henson, or D. Kermit Love? Question 10. Which animation technique was used in the film The Nightmare Before Christmas and the TV shows Postman Pat, Bob the Builder, and the Wombles? Is it A. Rostrum camera? Is it B. Cell shading? Is it C. Paint on glass animation? Or is it D. Stop motion?
Was
It was,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
okay. So coming back to the geography rounds, question 11. Which river flows through London? Is it A, the Severn, B, the Fife, C, Lee, or D, Thames? Then question 12. There are two rivers in Ireland with the same name. What is the name of these two rivers? Is it A, Blackwater, B, Lee, C, Liffey, and D, Shan? Question 13. What is the name of the group of islands just south of Toronto on Lake Ontario? Is it A, Ontario Islands, B, Thousand Islands, C, Toronto Islands, or D, Niagara Islands? Question 14. Which of the following food items is named after a place that is furthest north? Is it A, Coventry Gauze Cakes? Is it B, Dundee Cake? Is it C, Eccles Cake? Is it D, Snowdon Pudding? And then question 15. Which province in Ireland has the smallest number of counties in it? Is it A, Leinster, B, Ulster, C, Connacht, or D, Munster?
Okay, that was question 15,
Yep.
was it? So question 16 is which of these is not a real paradox? Is it A, Barbara's paradox, B, Grocer's paradox, C, Archer's paradox, or D, Inventor's paradox? Question 17. In January 2021, Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States. In fact, only 45 people will have been president. Which president has been counted twice? Is it A, Grover Cleveland, B, James Garfield, C, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or D, Herbert Hoover? Question 18. Which of these is not a house's animal in the Harry Potter books? Is it A, lion, B, serpent, C, badger, or D, raven? Question 19. Which Irish castle is home to the Earls of Ross and housed a telescope that was the world's largest from 1845 to 1917? Is it A, Birr Castle, B, Slane Castle, C, Armagh Castle, or D, Bunratty Castle? So question 20. Which UN recognized country has the only national flag that is not a rectangle? Is it A, Georgia, B, Monaco, C, Uzbekistan, or D, Nepal? You want to do the answers then?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so question 1. What is the name of the update for Minecraft that's due in summer 2021?
So yeah, I went for C, Clifton Caves.
Yep. That's correct. So that's 1 point. So, question 2. What 80s arcade game had the player delivering papers while riding a bike?
I went for gold.
Yep, that's correct.
I don't ever remember playing that in the arcade, but I think there was like a Commodore 64 version or something.
Yeah, they
Wasn't
also
there?
had on the home computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's basically if you've well so far if you've got questions right, it's 1 point. Just to let people know. My brain's shrunk down again. So question 3:
Yeah.
what karting game series has launched a version that allows the player to build racetracks in their own home and drive a remote control car while looking at the screen?
Pretty sure it's Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart is correct. So Mario Kart Home Circuit is the latest version of that.
That's B for anybody
Yeah, sorry, that's B, Mario
did
Kart.
get their answers. And
So it's C, Caves and Cliffs updates for question 1, B, Paperboy for question 2, and B, Mario Kart for question 3. So
I didn't read out the letters for the other two, but
yeah, so I just remember. So which quiz show never had a game version on the Commodore 64 computer?
I'm not entirely sure, but I guessed D, A Question of Sport.
No, it's actually A,
Uh,
Going for Gold.
I was between those two. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure which one.
Yeah.
Never heard of Going for Gold.
Yeah,
There were a
AT.
lot of okay.
And
There
then
were a
went
lot of games on the Commodore 64.
Yeah. Okay.
There were a lot of ones I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot I probably haven't heard of, and we have between my brother and self we had a lot. So, question 5: what game sounds like it would last for 2 weeks?
Fortnite.
Yeah, D, Fortnite is correct.
That's D.
Okay.
And now it's on to me.
Yeah.
So question 6. Which animated TV show started as short segments on the Tracy Ullman show?
So, just checking something quick here. Okay, sorry. The answer to question 6 was B, The Simpsons.
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Question 7. In Avatar The Last Airbender, what throwing weapon does Sokka use?
I guess A, Boomerang.
That is also correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that? Or
No.
Okay. Which of these is... Sorry, question 8. Which of these is not a Lego TV show?
So I guess D, Medieval Adventures.
Correct.
Yeah. I was going to go for C, then changed my mind.
Yeah,
I thought like
see, the Unikitty one, that's a spin-off of the Lego movie.
yeah, that's what I was starting to think. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So
Question 9. Question 9. Fraggle Rock Rock On is a recent show broadcast on Apple TV Plus, which features puppets socially distancing. Which puppeteer created the original Fraggle Rock?
C, Jim Henson.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have something to ask you after this, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
Which animation technique was used in the film The Nightmare Before Christmas and the TV shows Postman Pat, Bob the Builder, and The Wombles?
I'm guessing D, stop motion.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to question 15.
Question 11, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, 11, yeah. So question 11. Which river flows through London?
D, Thames.
if you said C, you'll get a point. If you also said D, Thames, you get a point. And if you said both C and D, you get 2 points.
What's C?
C is Lee, spelled
Oh,
Lea,
okay.
which also flows into the Thames in London.
That I did not know.
Yeah, so that's where the bonus point came in to play.
See, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So there are 2 rivers in Ireland with the same name. What is the name of these 2 rivers?
I guessed A, Blackwater.
Yep, A, Blackwater is right. So that's 1 point. Right. And then 13. What is the name of the group of islands just south of Toronto on Lake Ontario?
My guess is Toronto Islands. That's C.
Yes, C, Toronto Islands is correct.
Oh, really? Okay, I was sure that was wrong, but
Yeah. True. True in some of the others. Well, there's the Thousand Islands, but that's near Kingston, which is further east.
I see.
Yeah, along the same coast and that. So, 14. Which of the following food items is named after a place that is furthest north?
B, Dundee cake.
Yeah. Just matter of interest, do you know what the next furthest north is?
The thing is, I don't know where Eccles is.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess Eccles cake.
Yeah, it's just outside Manchester.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Kind of on the west side of Manchester. And then,
I see.
so if you guess, so this, B, Dundee Craig is correct for 1 point. And 15, which province in Ireland has the smallest number of counties in it?
Munster?
Munster? No, it's actually C, Connacht,
Oh, really?
with
Okay.
5 counties. Munster has 6.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll just double check this on the computer to make sure.
Oh, I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
You checked it out.
Well, I've done it before, like. So, question 16.
Question 16. Which of these is not a real paradox?
I went for A, Barber paradox.
No, that's a real paradox. It's B, Grocer's paradox.
Okay.
So, in January 2021, Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States, but only 45 people have been or will have been president. Which president has been counted twice?
I went for C, Frankfurt D, Roosevelt.
Franklin D. Roosevelt, but no, that's wrong.
Oh, that's it.
It's A. Grover Cleveland.
Okay.
Question 18. Which of these is not a house's animal in the Harry Potter books?
I went for A, Lion.
No, that is. It's actually D. Raven.
Oh, Raven.
The animal of Ravenclaw is actually an eagle.
Ah.
Lion is the symbol of the Gryffindor house.
Okay. Drats. After reading Harry Potter and that, couldn't get that right.
I haven't actually read the books, but I got it from the like Pottermore and other sources.
Yeah.
that eagle was the. So, which Irish castle is home to the Earl of Rust and housed the telescope? So, housed the telescope that was the world's largest.
I went for A, Burr.
Burr is correct, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that enough times to know.
Question 20. Which UN recognized country has the only national flag that's not a rectangle?
I went for B, Monaco,
No, it's D, Nepal.
and Nepal. That's
Nepal has a flag that's kind of like two triangles stacked on top of each
yeah,
other. So it's not actually a rectangle.
yeah. So if people type the score into the chat to see how well you done this week, or at least how many people. So have you added up your score yet, Brendan?
Well, I just got two wrong and there are 10, so I must have gotten 8.
8. So you got 8 plus my 16, 14.
You got 16.
Sorry, 6.
I was thinking, how did you manage to get 16?
Yeah.
There are only 10 on offer.
They actually they sound like it's at 16 instead of 6. Even though it's at 14, it's the total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 14 is okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah. So you got 8. You got 2 wrong. I got 4 wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well.
Um.
Of course, I wonder how many fans were taking part.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to get for the television. It's hard to get the modern TV.
Yeah. So I was just checking. I was just checking to make sure chat was working. That's updating here. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I just want to make sure Vice Meat and Banana wasn't cutting off. Of course, one thing I should say is when I was looking, since I'm looking on YouTube, I kind of was a bit put off. Like, could see your picture moving, your mouth, not hearing anything, because of the time delay.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing's really coming through. Oh, how the viewers dropped off.
How many?
Actually, I'm just going to try.
So what's the length of the delay? Do you think? Is it like a minute or something?
Should be at least 2 seconds, I think, average. But again, it's been buffing a lot. So I just rebooted to make sure, like, yeah, chat seems to be okay. And that. So actually, thinking, not doing a quiz next week. Just take a break, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, actually, if things are, let's see, this is the 8th, isn't it? Yeah, so
Yes, it is.
Saturday would be, well, yesterday was 7th, 14th. Yeah, so we're still November 21st. So I think I was going for Saturday the 21st at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Time slot. I don't know if don't think all the stations are doing any quiz that day. Oh.
Okay.
North and Rock. If one of those happen to jump in with quiz, then I might delay it. But I set it up for that Saturday. What I say to anyone watching is just to go onto the HSS by Local Bus channel and just check on just beforehand, make sure the times still shine for that date. So November the 21st, 8 o'clock. I'll be setting up like, and that. Actually, I don't think. Yeah, nothing seems to be coming through on chat. And that.
Just wondering, Carl, why is Fortnite named Fortnite? Is it actually supposed to take a fortnight?
No, it's for. It's like Fort, FORT, and then night is NITE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of.
Still doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
I know you do build forts in it, but
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly why it's supposed to call that.
yeah.
I've never actually played it myself.
I've never played the game myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I think if I want to build stuff, I would actually use Minecraft.
yeah. Well, it's different. Like I think it's more Fortnite is more it's more like you're kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Fighting people.
Like there are lots of things kind of laying around, like just you're fighting people
Yeah.
first of all. But you can do it out in Minecraft as
Yeah.
well, but and obviously there's like there's like a force field around and it narrows in or something. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
As I say, I haven't played
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for this week.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.